Hey guys, welcome back. Sorry it took me a minute. I was getting off of a work call because I do these in between work calls and stuff like that. So what you're actually, so thanks for joining. And what you're actually staring at right now, let me make sure I have my laptop next to me. I want to make sure that there's no volume on it because otherwise we're going to get a serious echo. I'd want to be able to have the chat up, and before I didn't have that. So just give me 1 second. Trying to refine this thing as we go. Okay, let me just lower this a little bit so you can see a little bit better of what we're looking at here. So I think that's probably a good angle right there. So, all right, so what you're staring at is actually not only the Capcom Home Arcade, which is right here, but you're actually staring at the clone of that, which is basically a Pandora's box in the same exact case. Now, I will tell you, there's a couple little initial observations I've had with this thing, is that a lot of people, you've been waiting to see this. All right, cool. Thanks, Console Kids, for joining. Wicked Gamer and Collector, Pitbull. Who else we got out there? My Family. I don't know. I guess your name's just My Family. But anyway, so this thing is pretty cool looking. So the looks are cool, actually. I know a lot of people didn't like the way that it looked, that it just had a Capcom logo on it, but it actually is really neat. Looking to me as a collectible. The joysticks are, Sanwa JLFs, so so those are nice, and they move really nice, and they feel good. The buttons are Sanwa buttons. They do have octagonal gates on here, so I'm not, we covered that earlier this week. I'm not a huge octagonal gate guy, so to me, I could do without the octagonal gates, right? But anyways, that's just my opinion. So let's go a little bit further into it for a minute here. The casing's got like this really cool sort of rubberish, it's like a plasticky, maybe a little bit of rubber compound, which feels pretty good. We'll talk about the clone one in a minute because it's kind of funny. It's just funny to me in general that they made this and it doesn't even say Capcom, but it's shaped like it. I just think it's stupid. Like they could have, I don't know, like it's just funny. They made a clone. They just like, I know what we'll do. We'll make it look like it says Capcom, even though it doesn't. And that'll make no sense. So I don't know. This makes no sense to me. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about right now. So my initial reactions, right, just from a physical perspective, I think it looks really cool. I like that it has this almost like this pretty robust acrylic on it. There's a couple things actually my buddy Wicked Gamer and Collector mentioned that I agree with. It would be weird if any of these buttons break because where are you going to find replacement buttons that line up exactly with the lettering? So that would kind of suck if you were playing it a lot and one of those buttons broke. I think you'd be pretty pissed. So there's that. So that's a little bit of a negative. But the Sanwa sticks feel really good, as they should. They're JLFs. It looks like they have the stock springs, but they are very, very good. And if you compare them to the wiggly, Wicked likes to call this the wicked wiggle stick. I mean, you can just tell, like, look at how crummy it is. You can tell, like, there's not a lot of, like, it's pretty stable. So anyways, no, they don't have cherry switches. This all has, like, actually, you know what? I didn't look. So let's look at that. I actually didn't look to see what switches it has. The buttons are just going to be whatever the Sanwa buttons come with. I don't think they're cherries. They're just whatever that they come with, the Sanwa micro switch. But I'm not sure on the joysticks. I would think it's just a standard micro switch, but they feel good. But with that said, looks wise, I like it. So initial reaction, before we take it apart, because we are going to open it up, is I actually don't know if I got a bogus one or what, but if you look right here, one of the annoying things, you may have seen this on other videos, is to get to that settings menu, you can't navigate to it by just going up as you'd imagine. You have to go up and right, and then the gear lights up. I cannot for the life of me, no matter what, I've done a factory reset, I've done a bunch of stuff. If I go to Wi-Fi settings, for one, it won't find my Wi-Fi network. It takes forever. It'll finally find it. It connects, and then it's convinced that I'm on the current firmware, but I'm actually on 1.0, and I think 1.3 is the current firmware, so I have no idea why I cannot get this thing to update. The Wi-Fi is like wicked flaky. So I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter, but there were people saying that they thought that there were some improvements in the firmware as far as gameplay goes. We're not really going to talk about the gameplay because I feel like it plays pretty well. If you look at the, I think it's in the legal section. Where is it? Let's see. It's not, legal notices. It tells you a little bit about what it's running and everything. So it's running, I think it was Let's see, let me scroll down here a little bit. I think it's Final Burn Alpha is what it ends up being, but let's scroll down a little bit. I thought it actually made mention of Final Burn Alpha, but maybe it doesn't. Well, anyhow, it does play pretty well. I mean, I haven't had any issues with gameplay or anything. I don't know if there's input lag. I don't know. I feel like I can't really tell when it's nanoseconds of or like 1 millisecond of input lag. I can't tell that. So if someone can, then maybe they would be disappointed. But you know, there's like a million ways to play these games. So it's kind of like, well, why would I really buy this stick? You know, I'm probably buying this stick because I think it looks cool and it's more of a collectible. So that's kind of where I'm coming from with this. I didn't buy this because I need to play the 16 games that are on here because we have like a billion. I'm sure everyone in here has like a million ways to play these games, right? So I don't think it's about the games. I think it's more about the collectible elements. I'm going to look at the chat real quick. Let's see. Smack that shit, okay? Is there enough room to test your plan? Is there enough room to rest your palm for first player? I mean, not comfortably. I mean, I don't feel like, I don't know. I don't feel like it's really comfortable to rest your hand, but so for long-term gameplay, it might be a little bit annoying. I mean, Wicked Gamer is in there. He played it for a longer period of time. I only played it for a little while, so I don't really have as much experience with that. But anyways, let's get into the insides of it because that's kind of what we were going to do on this video. So I'm probably going to move the camera down a little bit. I had already taken the screws off. In order to take it apart, we're going to disconnect it here really fast. So again, the one thing to be concerned about is that Wi-Fi is super flaky for me. I literally can't get it to update itself, so that's awesome. But to take this thing apart, when you're looking at the bottom, here I'm gonna move the camera down slightly just so that you can see it a little bit better. But to take this thing apart, you have to take the feet off. So there's like these rubber feet. So you have to take those off because there's these 4 screws and then you don't see the rest of the screws. So the other 6, you're not gonna see. You have to remove the feet and then you can take them off. So basically at that point, this will just simply come off and then you can see the bottom of it. So that's how you take it apart. It's pretty easy. Let's get into it real fast though. So you've got your Sanwa, sticks here with the octagonal gates. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of octagonal gates, so whatever, that's if you like them, but even if you don't, if you watched my other lunchtime live stream, these are easy you can take those off really easily. Unfortunately, with an octagonal gate, you can't switch between you can't switch between a square and a non-square because it's an octagon. So you're kind of stuck there. But anyways, you can see they both have Sanwas. I have verified all the buttons are Sanwas. They did a good job. The wiring's all organized and everything, which is great. But this is it. This is the whole PCB right here. Now, one thing I didn't do is I didn't actually go as far as to take this apart. Unfortunately, I didn't think about that. It would have been nice to take this board off. So I could do 2 things. I could go grab a screwdriver if you guys want to wait. So I'll let you guys chime in on the chat. If this is interesting and you want to open this up, then I got to go get a little screwdriver real quick. So if you guys are willing to wait for a couple minutes, I'll take it apart. We will wait. All right. Okay, cool. Wait a sec, guys. Talk amongst yourself. Console Kits will keep you entertained for a little bit. He's good. He's good like that. So I'll be right back. You're probably going to be able to hear me, though, because my wireless mic is pretty damn good. So you're going on a trip upstairs with me, except you can't see me, which is kind of weird because usually you can. So let's see how far this microphone works. I'm all the way upstairs, so if you guys can still hear me, then that's pretty cool. All right, screwdriver. I got it. Okay, I'm heading back down, guys. You're staring at the Capcom stick. Please, in the chat, let me know if the mic worked the whole time, because my little storage room upstairs is actually pretty far away from where I was. So that'd be kind of cool if it worked. And I'm kind of out of breath because I'm overweight. But yeah. Can you guys hear me all the way? Mic was good, nice. The whole time. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. All right, I'm gonna guess that to unscrew it, it's gonna be this guy. Let's see if I'll get that guy out of the way. And I think this one. And then I think that should be it, maybe to get it out. Let's see. No. Maybe it's screwed from the front too? No. I don't see any more screws holding it on. Unless, let's see, there's that. That looks like it, oh wait, you know what? That must be the screw right here. It looked like it was holding on the Wi-Fi antenna, but I guess it's not. Sorry. All right, let's get that. All right, there it is. Okay, so this is the flaky ass Wi-Fi. So I don't know what's going on with this. I mean, it's on there. Well, that's interesting. There's like a reset switch here. I didn't see a reset. Maybe you can factory set it this way too. I don't know, I see a little switch here. I might want to play with that and see what that does. We could plug it in right now. I didn't really think we'd go this far into taking it apart, but let's plug it in right now. If I get electrocuted, it's only me. Who cares? It's not you guys. You get to watch me be electrocuted. How cool is that? Who doesn't want to watch RetroRalph get electrocuted? All right, we're going to hook it up right now. I don't know if you guys can see the monitor. It is crappy Wi-Fi, man. It's bad. It is like so flaky, it's not even funny. So I actually feel like that whole intent to do things over Wi-Fi is complete and utter bullshit, I think. I don't think they're going to do crap with that. I could be wrong, but where you can get one is like the Capcom European store, I think is where it is. There's like some kind of Capcom European. I honestly, I ordered it so long ago, I forgot where I even... That's weird. Look, guys, it's not even turning on. Hold on. I also think it's weird that on is red. I think that's kind of weird. I noticed that a couple times. You plug it into power and it won't come on initially. It like turns on, but it's not actually on. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to move the camera up so you can see what's going on in that back screen. So I'm going to try to move this a little bit so you can kind of see it better while I move this out of the way. I want to see what this little button does. It probably just resets it. Oh, weird. It doesn't do anything, it looks like. I wonder if you have to hold it when you power it up. Let's see if it has any markings on the back side. All right, it says ground power key. Huh. All right, I'm going to try holding it as we power it up. I feel like sometimes that could be what that's for. So let's just try it really fast. So I have the button held down. I honestly, like, guys, seriously though, if I would not buy this, I really wouldn't. Like, if right now in its current form, I wouldn't spend the money. You got 16 games, which I'm sure you guys already have a million ways to play them. And there's no real obvious way to add games. So if I hold the button, it doesn't power up. So that's kind of interesting. Wait, now it's not powering up at all. Okay, I'm gonna hold the button as it powers up. Maybe that'll do something. If not, we'll move on. Nah, it just boots up as normal, it looks like. Yeah, there's no fan in here. Hey, console kits, do you think I could remove this heatsink without breaking it? Without heating it up or anything? Oh no, it's on there pretty good. Oh wait, maybe not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna break it. You got this, dude. I don't know. I think I'm gonna break it. It's not moving. It's on there really, really good. All right, hold on. I'm gonna try. Dude, no, I can't even budge it. Damn, when do they have that thing like... I don't know how they have that thing on there. Holy crap. I mean, I could try to pry it, but I'm gonna ruin something if I do that. I think that's a bad idea. Break it off, dude. Use your teeth. Hold on. God damn, it won't even move. All right, so I could go get something to pry it up really fast, but that's only if you guys want to wait a minute. Are you guys cool in waiting a couple more minutes? I do have a heat gun. Actually, should we do that? Let's do a heat gun. Let's do a heat gun. All right, hold on. I'm gonna get the gun. Hold on one sec. You guys are really changing the format of this show right now. It's supposed to be simple. You guys are making it hard, but that's okay. That's fun. All right, I'm moving around the house right now, so you can't see me, but you can hear me again. Let's see, heat gun. All right, I got the heat gun. This thing works really good too. I'm gonna watch I blow a fuse in my house, and that could happen. All right, I got the heat gun. I gotta find something to plug it into. Hold on. I'm gonna totally blow a fuse. This thing always blows fuses in my house, and I have all these lights set up right now, so hopefully we don't blow a fuse. If we do, we're screwed. All right, here Ready? Okay, I'll let it heat up a little bit more first. Ooh, it smells good. Oh, it's starting to burn. That's not good. Ah, motherfucker. Okay, that's hot. Dude, guys, it's not even budging. How the hell do they have this thing on here? God damn, that hurt my finger. I mean, that is like really on there, dude. All right, any suggestions? I could try prying it up, but I might have to leave for a minute again. Pee on it. Okay, I definitely don't have any dental floss around. What do you guys think? Give me some tips. What do you think? I mean, it's not really... I mean, typically you get... God damn, this thing is like really caked. All right, I'm going to try one more thing. I know I definitely swore a little bit. I know, and I did set this as a kid's... When you do YouTube now, you have to set whether it's a kid's-friendly stream now. And I didn't really think I would be swearing because I typically don't. But yeah, so we did a little bit. All right, I don't have... You guys realize I'm going to end up breaking this thing on this stream, right? All right, I'm looking for tools, guys, so just give me a second. This is not adequate, but it's going to have to work. We're going to have to make it work. I got a couple things. This is not recommended, but we're going to try. Okay. All right, I'm back. Hammer it. Yeah, we could totally do that. Okay, I'm thinking this is going to be a really bad idea. I just got to find an angle that I can get on it where I'm not going to... Oh, we got it. All right, wow, that now I seem like a gigantic pussy because it came off in like 2 seconds. Yeah! Wow. All right, well, there's all this like the electric paste stuff on here, so I could probably get that off with some alcohol. Hold on, hold please. Hold please, guys. All right, alcohol, we gotta have alcohol around here. Yes, all right, I got rubbing alcohol. I know you guys can hear me and can't see me, so sorry about that. I'm gonna use one of Classic Kim's new dish towels, which I'm sure she'll be super stoked on. And we should be good. All right, what's going on in the chat? Payment for fire, thanks guys, that's awesome. All right, let's see what we got. This is Classic Kim's new dish towel. All right, it is starting to come off. Hopefully this will come off in the washer though. Ooh, I can almost see what it is, hold on. It looks like it is probably gonna be one of those all winter. Almost, I can almost see it. It looks like all winter though, which seems to be the going trend these days. It looks like an all winter H3. So console kits, give me the scoop on that, buddy. This is your realm, not mine so much. It looks like it has a Kingston memory chip, but it definitely, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's an all winter H3. Is it winter or winter? It's not all winter, right? Isn't it winter? Or am I saying it wrong? I'm cool if I don't... that is what that is, right? Or am I wrong? Don't put it in the washer. Yeah, so... Is it all winter? Or is it all winter? I thought it was winter. If it's all winter, that's a stupid name. Winning! All winning! All right, anyways, so... Well, we took it apart. We know what CPU it has now. It's not really, you know, all that impressive. I mean, as far as what it does in its current form, but I'm sure the hacking community will have this thing figured out pretty soon. But yeah, so what I was going to show you is the stick behind it if you're interested, because honestly, what I think is if I was going to buy this, I might as well get a Pandora's box, I mean, to be honest, just because I can play all the same games. Maybe they're not emulated as good. But the only problem I'm going to have with the Pandora's box that's behind this is that it's got a really crappy, it's got really crappy sticks and buttons. So I'll give props to Capcom or whoever the hell made this, Coke Media. I don't understand how licensing works, so someone else that's smarter than me will figure out the licensing part of it. But I guess it was licensed to someone to make. But anyways, we'll move that out of the way. Put a Pi in it. Actually, it would be kind of cool with a Pi in it, to be honest. It uses Windows 98. Nice. All right, let's see if I can get this guy to fire up. Weird. Uh-oh. That's not good. All right, hold on, guys. We're having technical difficulties with the Pandora's box. So I probably don't even have it plugged in. Let's see. Give me 1 sec. Oh, I see. It's a little loose connection there. All right, we should be good here in a second. I can hear it. There it is. All right, so this Pandora's box is obviously the clone of the, and I'm definitely going over the 15 minutes, by the way. This was supposed to be 15 minutes, these streams, but that's okay. Thank you for the obviously I'm not someone that asks for donations by any stretch of the imagination, but I do appreciate it. All right, you got to put some into those super chats. Yeah, no, thank you so much for that. It is awesome. I really appreciate that. That's not something that happens very often, so definitely appreciate it a lot. So thank you. But so here's the thing. If you guys have never played with Pandora's boxes, this is something that actually my buddy Wicked Gamer and Collector, he covers a lot of. So my biggest problem with this is I actually like the Pandora's boxes. You know, there's going to be certain things you're not going to be able to do. Like, I'm pretty sure on this one, I haven't played with this one yet. This is the 11. I don't know that you can change. I don't think you can change the aspect ratios or anything like that. So you're kind of stuck with it stretched. Let's see. Yeah, you can do like the gate quality optimizations, which gives you that flattening effect to the graphics. That's pretty much all you can do with it. But let's see, where do they have D configured? There we go, that must be D. So, I mean, and it has the internal speaker too, so you can turn that on and off. It's weird, they don't have the A map the right way. But I mean, these are pretty cool, but the sticks are just terrible. So like, you have to remember there's an investment in the price of this, and then you're probably gonna wanna replace the sticks. The sticks are just really bad, guys. I mean, especially on this one, I can't believe how bad. I've seen some pretty bad ones, but this one is terrible. They put the worst joysticks ever on this thing. So I'm gonna see what's in the chat really fast, and then I gotta wrap it up, unfortunately. Oh, and this one you can use controllers on, so that's kind of cool. So some of these you can actually use joysticks on. So it has, you'll see it has like a, so I'm gonna tilt it sideways. It has these USB ports, you can put joysticks in those. I've had various success with those. Some of them will use, like you could use like a, what's the brand I'm looking for? Like a Hyperkin, like the Hyperkin, because they come through as, shoot, I can't remember the name of the DragonWise. Like they come through as DragonWise controllers. So there's some modern games on here. You can see there's some 3D games. I think there's like 11, and they're usually toward the end of the list. But I mean, there's a lot of games you can play on this thing. So I mean, you gotta remember it's pretty cool from that respect. But like Cadillacs and Dinosaurs would be one of those fun ones. I don't know why they have the buttons all mapped weird for this one, but you know, and they play fairly well. Let's see. Wow, the buttons are really weird on this. Let me see if the volume works. Oh, that's weird. It's not actually pumping the volume. It's like forcing the internal speaker, I think. Let's see if we can fix that really fast. Oh, there it goes. Ooh, the emulation doesn't seem good though. Listen to the, I don't know if you guys can hear the sound, but it's not really perfect. But I mean, and this has the pixel smoothing stuff on, the optimizations. But I mean, these are fun sticks. So I mean, if you were looking for this solution because you love those 16 Capcom games, I mean, I guess you have that as an option, but I wouldn't buy it, guys. I'd save yourself the money, to be honest, unless they do something weird or do something cool and start opening up the Wi-Fi a little bit to give you some expansion capabilities. I wouldn't do it. But anyways, guys, I appreciate, do you remember the price of this clone? Let me check really quick, guys, actually. So I'm gonna step away from the controls for a second. I'll tell you how much this thing is. So if you go to Amazon, oops, hold on one sec. If you go to Amazon and you look at, do a search for, actually, I wonder if it'll let me, I don't usually paste product links inside here, but it should let me. Let me see if it lets me do that. That link right there is actually, if you guys got that link, that's the link to this thing right here. What do you recommend I blowing my money on? Which Pandora? I still like the Pandora's Box 6. I think the Wicked Gamer and Collector would sort of... There's two that I like. I like the Pandora's Box. I like the Pandora's Box 6, and I also like... Sorry, this is distracting me big time. I still like the Pandora's Key 3D. Wicked, if you really want to go and deep dive all the Pandora's Box stuff, you can find a bunch of information on Wicked Gamer and Collector. He's got a lot of that stuff. He's my go-to for that stuff. I usually go to him and he tells me which ones are good, and then I go evaluate them myself. I used to buy them all, and then I realized that Wicked does a really good job weeding through the crap, so it's kind of I definitely, you know, value his opinion on that kind of stuff. So if you don't know him, go check out his channel. It's Wicked Gamer and Collector. And then also another one of my buddies that's in here that's been helping moderate is Console Kits. I really two really great guys that both have YouTube channels, so go check them out. But guys, I really want to stick to the 15-minute format, and we're at 26. I had a really good time with this. This was really fun because it went off and we did exactly, you know, I kind of think it's fun to be interactive and kind of do the things that you guys want to see. So I guess in summary, I'm not really that impressed with the Capcom stick. So, you know, maybe it's worth saving your money. If it's those 16 games you want to play, you can play those via Raspberry Pi or a Pandora's Box. Or you can, you know, if you have the At Games Legends, that will also probably play most of those games as MAME ROMs. So, you know, save your money, guys. I wouldn't really go out and get this right now. The only thing I will say that's impressive is the sticks and buttons are great. Like, these Pandora's boxes usually come with the worst sticks and the worst buttons. So it's kind of cool for them to, you know, put some time and effort into good components in that Capcom stick. But if it's going to have flaky Wi-Fi and it just has 16 games, save the money, guys. All right, well, thanks for watching. I definitely appreciate the people that, wow, that's really cool. I really appreciate you guys joining. I don't usually get super chats, so that's like really unexpected and super awesome. So I definitely appreciate that. And yeah, that's it. I can't do these every day, but I'm really enjoying how interactive everyone's being over their lunchtime and just sort of like having this cool camaraderie back and forth. And I definitely appreciate Wicked joining and Console Kits for helping moderate. And also it looks like Chris is in there too. So thanks again, guys. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you enjoy stuff like this. You know, turn on notifications, put your comments below and all that. But you've been really fun. This has been great, and I look forward to the next one. All right, take care, guys.